Okay, now in Chabad we've started we learn Rambam. Rambam is Maimonides, and there are 14 books. And if you learn 3 chapters a day, you finish it in about a year. It takes about a year to finish it. If you learn 1 chapter a day, it takes 3 years to finish it. And this year it coincided. It coincided. So once every 3 years they coincide. And here it goes. So Maimonides, the first positive commandment in the language of Rambam. Rambam is Rabbi Moses, the son of Maimon. That's Rambam. Is to know that there is a first being. That's the first of the 10 commandments. You have to know that there is God and that this God caused all existence. Knowing this is a positive commandment, like it says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am God, your God. First of the 10 commandments. You have to know that there's a creator. He created everything there is in the world. He creates everything. This is a commandment relating to your mind and your intellect. You have to know. It doesn't tell you what you have to do. You just have to know that there is such a thing as God and that he creates the world. Every one of Israel, every Jew believes in God with simple faith. Every Jew. And his heart is complete with God. But it's the duty of your mind and your intellect to bring this faith in God to a level that it's of comprehension. That, it's not just to believe it in your heart, but to have it in your mind, maybe there really is God. Maybe there is a creator. Maybe I'm a creation. Doesn't make any sense, but maybe it makes a little bit of sense. I mean, how did I get here? How am I here now? So that's what it means. You have to bring this into your mind. You have to know that there is a first being. That's what the Rambam says. Not just to believe. This mitzvah implies that you have to understand and grasp intellectually that there could be such a thing as God and what it means. Like it says in the Torah, you have to know the God of your father and serve him with the whole heart. Then you start to think, if there really is God and he really is creating me, then God is more real than I am and God cares about me. He's creating me. So, wow, this is a very exciting thing, so I'm not alone and God, I'm being created. And so therefore, like it says, you should know. So that's the idea of knowing. That's Chabad, Chachma, Bina, and Dat. Chachma is the idea. Bina is trying to understand that idea. Right? For instance, God exists. That's the Chachma. That's like faith. It's Emunah. It could be such a thing. Right? Could be such a thing that God exists. Bina means to understand what that means. But that means to take it to your heart. It really is real. It's so. It's not just maybe. It's not just an intellectual idea. You really feel it's really true. I am really being created by God. God really cares about me. This is the commandment in the Torah, to know God. And when you do, you come to love automatically. You realize how precious and valuable that God is. That's today. Tomorrow, Shabbat. My father wrote in one of his letters, according to the commentaries of a person called Asheri, when when you wash your hands for a meal, according to one of the explainers of the Torah, when you wash your hands for a meal. Now, before you eat bread, you're supposed to wash your hands. So how do? You pour water over each hand 3 times consecutively. This is not the cold law. The cold law is you can even do it just once over each hand. But it says, according to a lot of the opinions, if you look into it, you should do it 3 times. 3 times on your right hand and 3 times on your left hand. This was the practice of my father, Rabbi Shmuel, the 4th Rebbe of Chabad. And then he would leave a little bit of water from the 3rd time in the palm of his hand. And then he would say, lift his hand up, and he would rub his hands together with this little bit of water in his hand. That is the Yom Yom for today. That's how Chabad does it, by the way. They pour 3 times on the right and 3 times on the left hand. They leave a little bit of water in the hand, and then they make the blessings. Okay. Now let us do story time.